Good now, whenever and wherever this finds you. In 2019, in Dallas, Texas, the Stanford University School for Deliberative Democracy had a deliberative polling where they took and they gathered from around the nation over 500 people and called it America in One Room. I've found 8 videos of the actual participants that were there and some of their feelings and what went on to give you a feeling of what it was like. So there are 8 videos. Here we go with video number 1.
You make me nervous. I'm afraid you're going to put me on the spot.
They're trying to invade our country.
I was a slave back in the day.
Water's going to go away, food's going to go away.
La la la, the science isn't real, la la la.
The world is quite literally coming to an end.
This place didn't become this place overnight.
Too many Americans are prisoners to the government. Democracy is supposed to have some connection between the will of the people and what's actually done. So democracy is fundamentally a very simple idea. But if you never get to form the will of the people, because everybody's misleading the public, manipulating them, spreading falsehoods so they don't know what to think, they will tune out. Public opinion never gets to form, really.
Man, I don't think people expect democracy anymore.
Candidates don't want to win the argument, they want to win the election.
I think people have sort of been worn down by the culture and we've sort of given up on fighting.
So how can we organize a process where public opinion will actually serve democracy? Well, I'm so excited to see you. I know that many of you had long journeys.
You are surrendering 4 days of your life to what we think is going to be an extremely important exercise in American democracy.
So your voice matters. That's the theme of the weekend. America in One Room brings a scientific sample of the nation to a single place.
Over 500 registered voters to Dallas,
where they can talk to each other and wrestle with the country's big problems.
People were lynched here.
I could waste the rest of my life trying to convince somebody who's committed to misunderstanding me.
There's so many cases where negative attack ads focus the public on just one little thing. Maybe it's not even true, maybe it's made up, and it can turn the election.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard when Obama was president, he gave $300 million of our money away to Africa for abortions. That's what I heard.
So instead of manipulation, we want deliberation.
When you take the triggers for partisan tribalism out of the conversation and just talk about the issues, it removes a lot of the poison.
If the environment doesn't get improved, water's going to go away, food's going to go away.
Just because I don't think man has that huge of an impact on the climate doesn't mean I don't care about the environment. We're closer on a lot of things than you would at first think.
To bring democracy to life, people have to think that their voice matters.
Then if it were not politics, we'd have a different outcome. We'd be working on this.
Yeah.
America in One Room is a deliberative poll. Not an ordinary poll, a deliberative poll. Some of my social science colleagues have wrongly concluded from ordinary polls that the public in aggregate is incompetent. But what we have found is that the public is actually very smart.
In a regular poll, you're selecting a scientific random sample, and then you deliver a survey to them, asking them their opinions on a variety of issues. And a regular poll stops at that. That is only the beginning for us.
I'm from St. Johnsbury, Vermont.
In California, Mariposa County.
Sterling, Colorado.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Spokane, Washington.
Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Fort Smith, Arkansas. Frisco, Texas, about 20 miles from here.
We brought them from their home environments from all over the country, from places where they didn't think their voice mattered.
We bring everyone together to physically deliberate with one another.
Something that's not a pre-existing condition right now, 5 years from now, you might not be insurable because...
Well, it sounds like living is a pre-existing condition.
Yeah, it's okay.
They receive a briefing booklet with different points of view on the issues.
So having balanced informations with experts and using the collective intelligence of the people in the group.
They may be rich, they may be poor, but they are Americans.
We have a auditorium where literally this random sample of the American public will congregate together in one room, more than 500 Americans. They hear different experts on the issues, maybe one that's more progressive and one that's more conservative.
As a country, we have done better economically by having immigrants here over the long term.
They will alternate between being together in this one common auditorium and then being broken up into 40 small discussion groups.
People in my culture, some of them are white. But you look at my dark skin, and that's all you see is this.
She and I talked about it, and we explained our stances again, and I apologized.
And at the end of it, I have to say we hugged. So.
You're going to have people from all walks of life, all political perspectives.
Everybody in the group is really interesting after you get a chance to sit and visit with them. You know, they're just, I mean, people are interested if you have time to talk.
This kind of balanced and thoughtful discussion, I think, is the magic elixir that brings democracy to life.
I like this. It was real people with real issues, and they were bringing it. And there was energy in the room. And what I like is that when they all said their piece and heard one another, they came closer together. So this is one of the reasons why I think that deliberative polling is an elixir for what's wrong with the American divide today. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you down the road.